walk with me, Griselda, wearing the dress that moonlight shines through? I am a sad and lonely boy, since your mother said I couldn't see you. Slipping to the wood in the dark of the night, calling to the moon out yonder. Oh, Lady Moon, won't you shine a silver light and lead me to my Griselda? Do you recall last night, Griselda, learning the lessons nature taught us? Watching the fish jump in the lake, it was lovely till your mother caught us. Slipping to the wood in the dark of the night, calling to the moon out yonder. Oh, Lady Moon, won't you shine a silver light and lead me to my Griselda? Flower vine upon the window gives me a foothold for my climbing. I've got a rowboat on the lake, moon is out and all the stars are shining. Slipping to the wood in the dark of the night, calling to the moon out yonder. Oh, Lady Moon, won't you shine a silver light and lead me to my Griselda? Well, I've got a jug of wine, Griselda, why must you waste your time in sorrow? Hold out your hand, have no fear, if we're caught, I'll marry you tomorrow. Slipping to the wood in the dark of the night, calling to the moon out yonder. Oh, Lady Moon, won't you shine a silver light and lead me to my Griselda? Slipping to the wood in the dark of the night, calling to the moon out yonder. Oh, Lady Moon, won't you shine a silver light and lead me to my Griselda?
I like that percussion.
That real interesting kind of cartoon percussion sound you got going there. Now we should explain to everybody that these strings are very long on Iron's
guitar. It's part of my folky authenticity.
You want to keep them that way, or you want like scissors or something?
Yeah,
it
might be a little too authentic.
Too authentic. Now, the last time you guys were here, which was about a year ago, you were here with all kinds of electric instruments and stuff, if you'll recall.
Yeah.
And that was around the time of the release of Fake Book, which was basically an acoustic album. This time around, the new album called May I Sing With Me is basically an electric album, and you're here with acoustic instruments. So you kind of, you seem to have this like personality crisis or something, you know? What's the story here, Ira?
Well, when we were here last year, I mean, Fake Book was essentially acoustic, but it had a small drum set, and it had electric guitar, and it was played by a band, although a fairly quiet band, and we brought that entire band here. In fact, that was the first time that we had a different touring band from the group that made the record, and we brought the whole group here. Now,
and Georgia brought a little drum set, too, like a trap set or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, because when we're playing these days, we're playing the full loud rock band. We've actually scaled back the radio band.
I see. Well, this makes perfect sense to me. Now, you guys, did you record this new album out in California? I know the label is based out there now.
No, we did it in Boston.
In Boston? Why?
We've done all our records in Hoboken, or all of our recent records were done there, and we just decided to go someplace else. The studio we recorded at is called Fort Apache. They've made a bunch of records that we thought were good ones, so we thought it couldn't have anything to do with the bands that made those records. It must be the studio. Yeah.
So were you happy with what you got?
Yeah, had a nice time.
All right, why don't we play something from the album, and we'll see if you can trim your strings there. 92.3 K-Rock with Yola Tengo with me. And the title of that track is Some Kind of Fatigue. Was it road fatigue, or was it just like a generic kind of a fatigue? Or was it just some kind of fatigue? I guess.
I think it's the latter.
Right. It wasn't, I mean, because musicians frequently write about that musician road fatigue, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's what that song is about. It's
it's not.
A much more like a esoteric kind of aesthetic, underground kind of fatigue, I think, going on there. Sort of like it's like that FMU college radio kind of fatigue. You know? Hey, that's where I started, man. That's my home That's my home ground, my home stomping ground. Now, I know it's unusual for you guys to actually appear on the radio with commercials.
It is.
So I don't want you to be too terribly shocked, but we have to pause for one.
Say your luxury performance comes.
I was making a joke before about being on a commercial radio station. But on a serious side, when a band has a reputation for being, quote, an alternative band or a college radio band, it's real hard for them, I think, to break out of that mold. You know, it's real difficult to become a Jane's Addiction or whatever the next band is that's going to break out, you know. Mm-hmm. Have you guys suffered that particular problem over the past couple of years?
Maybe.
You know, I mean,
I don't know.
When you
probably.
when you go out to do promotion for a new record, I mean, you don't do promotion generally at college radio stations. I mean, at commercial stations, you do it at college stations. Right?
Yeah. But I think that's the kind of thing that probably goes on behind our backs. You know, a record comes into a station, and maybe it's what you're describing as the conversation of whether the station's deciding to play it or not. It's not the kind of thing people usually would talk to us about.
Right.
But I'll bet it's true.
Yeah. Which is it's a shame, you know, that it takes this huge hammer to come down from the sky and hit people over the head in the form of some kind of a media blitz, you know, to get people to pay attention to whatever that next band is that's going to break out from the underground. Otherwise, they just don't bother, you know. And even when then the hammer comes down and they still don't hear anything anyhow, they just know, well, now it's time to play the record, you know. Now it's time to go on the next band from Washington, you know. And it's something that over all the years I've been in radio and been in the music business, I've never quite gotten myself comfortable with. You know, I've never quite said, well, okay, this is the way it is. Let's work around it. Let's see what else we can do. I still don't accept it. I still go, yo, Tango, good band, play them, put them on the radio, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think it's the kind of thing that, at least for myself, do have to accept.
Yeah.
Because otherwise just become bitter or something and then can't really continue, you know, for what we're doing. It's just better to kind of play and hope for the best or expect the worst, you know, whatever.
And I guess you guys do make a living from your music, right? I mean, you manage to, you don't have straight jobs or day jobs or whatever.
That's correct.
You know, so I guess that's something right there. And maybe in the long run, that's the best way to do it, is to kind of go along on an even keel and make a living from your music and not go through that shot of superstardom and then get dropped, like coming down from a drug or something. And then where are you? You know, you're left with this massive hangover, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think you never really know, you know, this. So you may as well make the best of what's there.
Well, we've cut the extra length off the strings and given Ira a little bit of a hair trim as well, with the classic rock K-Rock scissors. Those Lord knows what those scissors have trimmed in the past. They are classic scissors, as is everything
Tony
here.
Sales. Wow, cool.
Wow. Oh no, shh! Yo, we stole them from the sales department. You weren't supposed to say that.
Oh, that Tony Sales.
Yeah.
I thought it was the guy from Tin Machine.
No.
Tin Machine, you mean Tony and the Tigers.
You guys want to do another song?
Sure.
Okay, great.
It's just a song that we contributed to a movie called A Matter of Degrees, and it's only on the soundtrack to that movie. It's called Something to Do.
I took a ride by a police station, seemed like something to do. I looked around to see what I could find. I thought about it an hour, I thought about it a minute, I thought about it for weeks, and I couldn't decide. Next thing I knew, I was out and about and on my own again. I looked around to see what I could find. I thought about it an hour, I thought about it a minute, I thought life is full of meaning. That's a time that I'm looking forward to. I think about it an hour, I think about it a minute, I think about it for weeks, honey, I never decide. I think about it for weeks, honey, I never decide. I think about it for weeks, honey, I never decide.
Oh, keep going. Let's see. We wanted to do The Farmer's Daughter, right?
We can do that.
Okay. We have a, why don't you introduce it, Georgia, while I'm setting this up.
Or the EP? We have an EP.
Sure. Oh, the mysterious EP.
Yeah, it's, I think should just be out now. I don't know if it's in stores now, or it ought to be. But, it's got 5 songs on it, upside down, with an acoustic upside down version, and Farmer's Daughter, which we're about to do, and a 25-minute instrumental, and another cover by Channel 3.
Yet another 25-minute instrumental from Yola Tango, huh? Now, what's this Farmer's Daughter? Tell about this song. It's an old song.
Yeah, it's a Beach Boys song, and I guess Fleetwood Mac did a version of this years ago, and we really like that version. So this is, I think, closer to the Fleetwood Mac version than the Beach Boys.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I do come from miles away. Ain't got no place to stay. Glad to you plow the field. Farmer's daughter might be just a couple of days. Clean up, rest, and be on my way. Much obliged. Farmer's daughter. Your land, many thanks, it was mighty grand. I do hope to see you again, Farmer's daughter. Daughter. Whoa, Farmer's daughter.
That's Yola Tango, live on the radio here on Idiot's Delight. Do something from the record? Shall I do that?
Okay.
Okay.
How about this track? Called Satellite? And here we are. Well, you know, it's live radio, James. What can I tell you? Just trying to figure out what we're going to do next. I know what I'm going to do next. How about you guys? Have you figured out what you're going to do next?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yola Tango, go ahead and do it.
This is a song from our the record, the new record, this is not really the way it sounds in the record, but it's the way it sounds tonight. It's called Upside Down. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mary calls from far away, sure there is another. Walks the floor 'cause she can't settle down. Waiting for the phone to ring, stuck inside the bedroom. Drinks too much to make the room spin round. When she sits down, knows the world is upside down. She watches how it spins around. No one knows the world is upside down. Knowing if she'll just admit one revealing detail, she can't hide her state of mind behind. She sits down, knows the world is upside down. She watches how it spins around. No one knows the world is upside down. Everybody wants to be the lucky guy. They're just uncertain how to please her. Stops to see the setting sun. They're not just looking for the time. Caring not what people say at other people's parties. Mary finds someone and settles down. She sits down, and she watches how it spins around. No one knows the world is upside down. She watches how it spins around. No one knows the world is upside down.
And that's the way it sounds on the record. The record being the new one from Yo La Tengo called May I Sing With Me, which is sort of an interesting concept. What did you answer?
I think we just laughed.
Did you give yourself permission, though? Or I guess
it was actually a question that somebody posed to us, and I think we laughed, if I remember right.
Somebody came up to you and said, "May I sing with me?"
Yeah.
Or "May I sing with you?"
No, he said, "May I sing
May I sing with me?" This is too deep for me, honestly.
He said, "Do you have a pen?"
Oh, he wanted you to sign something. I get it. Okay.
No, that's what we said to him. We wanted to write it down.
Oh, viaduct.
Mine, yeah.
Or was it viaduct? Something like that. Or viaduct. All right, Yo La Tengo. Do something else for us live on the radio. It's so nice to have you guys here in the studio.
Well,
James McNew on bass. I love that sound, man. Give me a little bit of that bass sound.
Should I bass around a little?
Yeah, give me bass around. Bass around a little bit.
What is it? What did I just figure? Just figured that out sitting around here earlier today. Happy Jack. Thank you very much.
All right. That was it, James. Your big solo here on Kara.
Oh, sure. I'm ready. I had it all planned, but
Okay.
these guys sort of quashed it.
this is a song we have coming out on a record, hopefully sometime over the summer. It's this will be the third in a series of records with a variety of groups writing songs with the lyrics by this guy named Ernest Noyes Brookings.
Oh, yeah.
You know those records?
I'm
Yeah, I was
familiar with those
thinking of that
records.
because XCC, which played before, they're on Volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, tell a little bit about him. He's an older man.
Well, he's dead now, but
he's
Very old.
yeah. And he spent the later years of his life in a nursing home, and this guy named David Greenberger who used to work in that nursing home for a bunch of years. He would interview the residents of the nursing home, and on any variety of subjects. He'd ask them, about, tell me about the sky, or he'd say, he'd talk to them about Captain Beefheart. He could ask them about anything. And he publishes the interviews in this really great magazine called Duplex Planet. And I guess Ernest Noyes Brookings was interested in poetry, so David encouraged him to write a lot of it. And now he puts together these records, getting bands to make songs out of the lyrics.
Who are some of the other musicians involved?
Well, I know the record we're going to be on, Volume 3, has Fish and Roses and Peter Stample. Those are the only two names I know from the forthcoming one. Who's been on the other ones? Brave Combo, Incredible Casuals.
Skeletons.
Yeah, Skeletons, I think, is where I first heard.
Yeah, theirs is great. They're on Volume 1.
David,
Christmas. It's so we made up one, and it's on the way we recorded it. It's kind of a angry, noisy song. Not that angry, but it is pretty noisy. James goes kind of berserk on the bass.
All right. But is he going to go berserk tonight?
No, they're waiting on.
No.
Sorry.
Once again, we have another way of playing.
Later.
Go berserk if you
No,
want.
don't.
It's okay.
Yeah, I know.
Don't listen to them. Go berserk.
Berserk on the bass.
All right. But is he going to go berserk tonight?
No, they're waiting on. Sorry.
Once again, we have another way of playing.
Later.
Go berserk if you
No,
want.
don't.
It's okay.
Yeah, I know.
Don't listen to them. Go berserk if you want.
We'll end the interview. I'll come back.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's called Artificial Heart. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Artificial heart pumps blood into entire body during operation. Heart connected to the arteries, can't be heard, could be shot. It does not require any soldering. Artificial heart pumps blood into entire body during operation. Heart connected to the arteries, can't be heard, could be shot. It does not require any soldering.
Artificial heart pumps blood into entire body during operation. Heart connected to the arteries, can't be heard, could be shot. He does not require any soldering.
Artificial heart pumps blood into entire body during operation. Heart connected to the arteries, can be heard, could be shot. He does not require any soldering. Artificial heart pumps blood into entire body during operation. Heart connected to the arteries, can be heard, could be shot. He does not require any soldering. Artificial heart pumps blood into entire body during operation. Heart connected to the arteries, can be heard, could be shot. It does not require any soldering.
Oh, I like that a whole lot. That's wonderful. Artificial heart, is that the title? What did now? Can you recite the lyrics?
Sure. Artificial heart pumps blood into entire body during operation. Heart connected to the arteries, can't be heard but could be shoddy, does not require any soldering.
Wow. And so this guy was like in his 60s and 70s when he was writing these poems, I guess. Huh? Really interesting. So the album's coming out this summer sometime?
I hope so. I think the second record's been doing so well that they keep delaying the third one. So if people would just stop buying that second one, the third one.
Well, this is definitely a problem you got here.
Yeah.
Listen, it's just about 9 o'clock, so I have to say this is WXRK New York, 92.3 K-Rock. Idiot's Delight is the name of the show, and I'm happy to have Yola Tango here, Ira Kaplan, Georgia Hubley, and James McNew. My guests this evening, and you got like maybe one or two more songs that you can do live for us?
Sure.
Great. I'm having so much fun just sitting back listening to you.
So I'm playing them.
What should we do? Do you want to do scissors?
I was just thinking that. Sure. This is a song by a good friend of ours who's got a couple of really terrific records out. Her name's Barbara Manning, and her current record's called One Perfect Green Blanket, and this is the title song from her first record, and the song's called Scissors. I guess not really the title song, because the album's called Lately I Keep Scissors. It's a pretty title song. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I keep scissors, making loose the ends that meet, grafts the shears together, and watch as ribbons fall away. Lately I keep scissors, adding fabric into shapes, no thread in the needle, so the pieces tend to stay that way. Always keep them nearby me, never returning. Oh, what's wrong with me? You think I'd be scissors, making loose the ends that meet, grafts the shears together, and watch as ribbons fall away. Always keep them by me, never returning. Oh, what's wrong with me? I think I'd be learning. Always keep them nearby me, never return. I'd be learning.
Tell me a little bit about this track on the album, Georgia, Ira, and James. This track called Detouring America with Horns, the opening track on the album.
Oh boy.
Georgia.
Yeah. What do you want to know?
Well, I just sort of curious about like where the title came from.
I know that title. It came out of.
Kind of grabs people, I guess. Huh?
Yeah. We needed a title. It really came out of nowhere. That title. I mean, it came out of somewhere, but Nothing important.
I see. So you just would rather let it slide, huh?
Well, we found a bunch of words, and we thought they kind of sounded okay together. And I mean, it really wasn't. I mean, the source of where it comes from would almost be more misleading than anything else.
That can be the case often with songs and titles, and even books, films, everything. I mean, all kinds of creative stuff. Sometimes the creative impulse can come from the most mundane and sidetracked of places, and then you turn it into something else, and you say, well, let it speak for itself.
We like taking things out of context.
See, my job here on the radio is to sort of go, well, what does this mean? And why did you do that? Because otherwise, if I didn't say anything, then there would be no need for me anymore. Now, as I grow older, as my eyes grow older, certainly there are other parts of me that don't grow older, but my eyes are certainly growing older, and as the small print on compact disc packages gets smaller and smaller, I sometimes neglect to read the fine print, so I don't know the answer to this question, which is why I will ask it. Did you guys handle the production chores on this album, or did you work with a producer? Because the sound is absolutely crisp and clear and gorgeous and full and luscious and all those words, I mean, it's really a nice production sound.
Thank you. Have you heard that, Gene?
So who was the producer?
Gene Holder.
Oh, Gene Holder produced.
He's produced our last 4 recordings. And
there's something. Well, maybe it's that studio up in Massachusetts.
Oh yeah, it couldn't be him.
Because the last 3 albums just they sounded awful, but this album sounds great. So are you? Do you need to have somebody like that outside ear kind of manning the controls and stuff like that, or
I don't know if we need it. I like it.
Yeah.
I think we all like it.
Because you get another opinion, and you get
and he's a trusted opinion.
Yeah,
it's not just.
Well, he's worked with you for so long,
Yeah.
then I guess he's sort of like another member of the band, really, at this point, is he not? Does he play on the album as well? Is he a musician? He has played with us, and a couple of songs were from a slightly older recording session which he played on, but all the stuff we did up in Boston he didn't play on. He just produced this time. All right. Now, why is there a song on the album that lasts for 1 minute and 25 seconds? Oh, wait a minute. 86. Wait a minute. Oh, 86-second blowout is 1 minute and 20 some odd seconds, isn't it? Wait a minute. 80, 60, 20, 80, 26. Wait a minute. It's an 86-second blowout, but according to this, it says 1 minute and 25. So where's that? There's like a lost second somewhere. Is that right?
I guess. I'm afraid. Yes.
There is a lost second. All right.
If this were Sesame Street, they would have had that nailed down by now.
Oh, it sounds like this. Count the seconds, friends. One, 2, 3, 4.
92.3
Hoboken these days. Has it changed at all? Has it calmed down a little bit? Are people still flocking to the town to make music?
Yes.
Can they afford to live in Hoboken since it's been gentrified? It's a couple of years back. It was the name that was on everybody's lips. And now I'm just wondering what's happening there. You guys have been part of the Hoboken scene for a long time now. Georgia, Ira, somebody answer me, please.
I think it's really mostly that we can park. It's not really that we've really had the staying power, but we found a place a few years ago, and we just sort of other bands keep circling the block, but we got a parking space.
Yeah, but there's a lot of music being made in town, and
the club Maxwell's remains.
Maxwell's was in danger of closing for a while, wasn't it?
Was it last summer? Was the huge threat?
I'm pretty sure it's not going to at this point. I
Yeah.
think that scare has passed.
But is there still a sense of a community of musicians there that I believed was evident 5, 6, 7 years ago?
I think so. There's one building where a lot of bands practice, and not too many of them snarl at each other when we see each other in the hall.
Well, that's good. Musicians don't snarl, at least not before like 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Anyhow, takes too much effort otherwise. Yola Tango are my guests tonight here on Idiots to Let. You got some more live stuff for us, and then we'll wrap things up with something else from the record. The new record is called Plug, May I Sing With Me. It's on the Alias Records label out of California. It is widely available, so it's at your local record store. Any plans to appear, to perform in the area at this point?
No.
Over the next couple of months? No?
Not for a while.
This is it. This is, well, I feel honored then that you guys are here performing tonight.
It's, we're going a week from today. This time next Sunday we'll be in the air.
Great. What countries are you going to?
Germany, England, Belgium, Switzerland, Austria, France, Spain.
What used to be known many, many years ago as the Grand Tour. Well, it was a different context, though, I guess. Go ahead, Yola Tango. Ira, Georgia, James.
Okay, this is a song by Sandy Denny.
I just remember the last time you introduced this song. Never mind.
Enunciated very clearly.
And it goes a little like this.
Baby, every cloud has a silver lining. Baby, every dog really has his day. And it matters to me to see you smiling. Why don't we blow all your cares away? Yesterday's gone and will be forgotten. And today is where every new day starts. Got to be free like the leaves in autumn. You may be sad, but it never lasts. And maybe by the evening we'll be laughing. Just wait and see all the changes there'll be by the time it gets dark. We can go out walking out in the sunshine. Look at all the people out in the street, hurrying away to a business luncheon, waiting for a taxi for aching feet. Light up your face, baby, let's get going. Wanna see a change in those weary eyes. We'll have some fun, take a boat out rowing. Why on earth should life be so serious? And maybe by the evening we'll be laughing. Just wait and see all the changes there'll be by the time it gets dark. And maybe by the evening we'll be laughing. Just wait and see all the changes there'll be by the time it gets dark. By the time it gets dark. By the time it gets dark.
Gonna do one more here.
What happens to people who meddle in my affairs when they think I'm not looking at them, but I am. And it's a balancing act, and I can't balance and I can't act too well, apparently. Should I act in a crowd? Should I put aside feelings insist? Should I feel lucky to be part of the wheeling and dealing? No matter what is said, no matter. Shake hands and smile and hope for the best as they size you up to see if you can pass the test. Pass the test. It's social science, it's crowd control. To get real good at it, you have to learn to pretend. Again and again. How should I act in a crowd? Should I put aside feelings for acquaintances? Should I feel lucky to be part of the wheeling and dealing? No matter what is said, too bad to throw trust out the window. I always hope that you'd be right below me. With your arms outstretched, you might catch me accidentally. It matters, it matters to me. It matters, it matters, it matters to me. It matters, it matters, it matters to me. It matters, it matters, it matters to me.
Well, it's Ira and Georgia and James. Yola Tengo. See you guys next spring, huh?
Okay.
All right. That was delightful. Really. Sounds wonderful. The new album is called May I Sing With Me, and we'll send you on your way with a track from the album. Thanks so much for spending time with us here on Idiot's Delight.